Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to another Market Mates episode. It's good to be live again with you on this fine Friday morning. Craig, mate, how are you doing on this beautiful Friday morning here in Australia, mate? How are you?
Good morning, Greeny, G mates. Yeah, I'm good, dude. Good morning, Facebook. I'm on Facebook. I'm live, brother. I'm live on
Hectic,
Facebook.
bro. Hectic, bro. Hey, we just set up, and love to see it, bro. Love to see it. I mean, we've also just gone and dropped our first episode ever on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, guys. So you can literally go to our link tree right now and support us, or if you prefer to listen. I know a lot of people prefer to listen when they drive or if they're on a train, if they're commuting. I'll drop the link. Hold on, let me just go grab that. I'll drop that link in the description or the chat. But if you are obviously watching on YouTube or something else, it's also in the description down below. Oh my God, dude, I'm having trouble again with Abstract. It's just crazy.
It's exactly what I'm doing right now.
Oh, dude, these platforms, I'm getting sick of all these bloody platforms, bro. They all just keep changing everything. And actually, Nikita had another update that subscribers can now access certain parts of a thread if you write a thread on. I don't know. They're all just keep changing it all. They keep changing everything.
What does that even mean? So like a subscription type model.
Yeah. So it's like kind of like rather than running a newsletter, you run threads and you write like, oh, here's my free. Paid. Subscriber only sort of opportunity, right? So
like YouTube a little bit does it like a members only.
Yeah, you can have membership and stuff as well. All right, it finally worked. GM everyone. On Abstract. So huge, guys. I'll drop this. Hold on, let me just grab it. It's a little bit tedious. My apologies. Here we go. Yeah, guys. So here's the Spotify link. We've already got like 10 followers or something over there. So go click follow. Hey, if you've been watching this show, rate us 5 stars as well. And if you are listening to this on Spotify, make sure you do rate us 5-star. If you're watching elsewhere, guys, drop a follow, drop a sub. We've been doing this live now for coming up on 3 years together, Craig. It's crazy just to see the growth of the channel, growth of the product, let's call it, of what we actually articulate out there. And obviously a massive shout out to our partners, BTCC. If you want to trade crypto worldwide, anywhere, no KYC, no VBN, get a 10% deposit bonus, guys, 40% discounted fees on their platform. Sign up down below. It's in the description across all our socials. As always, none of this is financial advice. Please always do your own research. Trading is incredibly risky. So I've just dropped the Spotify link in the chat. I will drop the Apple Podcast link in the chat for those people who are Apple fiends. There you go. It's over in the chat as well, Craig. But mate, how are you doing on this fine Friday morning? Any news overnight? Anything got your interest overnight?
Oil, man.
Oil. I know it's pumping. It is pumping.
Oil. I wish I owned some oil, man. But no, other than that, I'm pretty stoked. It's Friday. It's raining here, so I've told my son when he comes home from school, we can just play some video games and get some Uber Eats and just chill. So spend some time with him. So I kind of like my Fridays and Saturdays. You know what it's like. Spend some time with family when you're so locked into this, like 24/7, as you know, as I know, and probably half the viewers. If you ever created a brand, you understand that it just is nonstop. I'm not complaining. It's amazing. Mm-hmm. But when you've got family and loved ones, they kind of get put to the side a little bit. So it's important just to so no, that's my Friday. So work on the brand, get some Spotify stuff. Also working on obviously getting some video on Spotify. So if people there want to see the charts and things, they're able to, which I think will be quite useful for them. But once again, shout out to the people who are going to listen to us on Spotify, on Apple Music, and on Amazon is going now as well. So we are full steam ahead. So hopefully we can encourage normal people to come to the space, Greeny. That's sort of why we wanted to go there. You know, Twitter's a bit of an echo chamber, right? It's a bit of an echo chamber. So, you know, you and I thought, well, how do we encourage other people to come to the space? And how do we, you know, it's those sorts of people that probably need the most help as well, the mums and dads and uncles and aunties and cousins, and the people that just don't know wallet safety, how to invest, where to do it, how to do it. I get 1,000 messages in a bull run from Facebook, people asking me what to do. So I thought, well, Here we go, guys. I'm going to stream every day here. It's up to you guys to tune in now. No more DMs. I'm not replying to that. Tune in. It's too much work, bro. It's like, I'm happy to help.
You're too much of a big dog these days, man. You don't have time for these lower tier people, is what you're saying.
I'm too busy for the little people now. No, jokes. But it gets a bit overwhelming in a bull run with the same questions. So you know what, Facebook, now you can tune in live every day and actually get the latest information rather than me tell you something, you read it a week later and it's already too late. So now you can get a hot off the press. Greenie, how was your Friday?
Good, mate. Good. I've been up since 5:30 this morning.
Same.
I went to bed at like 11 too. So I know I'm kind of sleeping through the night a little bit better, which is good. But yeah, no, it's I don't know. Maybe it's stressed about we settle for our house next week. So diversification for me is personally into that, and that's something that we're thinking about. We still got a lot to manage there. Like we got to get removalists. We got to change insurance, you got to get out of your current rental, you got to maybe do a house swap. I don't know. There's just a lot of moving parts, and maybe that's just why I'm not resting as easy as I previously had. But that's beside the point, because there's a lot still happening out there. There's daily opportunities. I mean, I've been on absolute day trading fiend over the past couple of days, Craig. Longs into shorts, shorts now printing, absolutely dominated the past week. So, I mean, I'm making money, so it's kind of nice. I mean, you want to be following people who make money in all market conditions. And I mean, just to talk on that, Craig, we literally spoke about 2 days ago, or a couple of days ago, how this will probably be a macro lower high for Bitcoin specifically here. And that's pretty much maybe already taking place, Craig. We're battling 71K after already pretty much like, look, I drew it on the chart after our conversation. After grabbing the liquidity up at 74K, we have very much pulled back to the range high. And we probably have a really important decision to make over the next sort of 12, 24 hours, maybe 36 hours, depending on the weekend. Because if we can't hold this range high, Craig, we crash back to 66, probably 63K on Bitcoin, and probably lower pretty quickly, because we've definitely had a decent amount of time in this complacency bounce, I'm going to call it, in this area of consolidation before we get that next volatile move, probably to the downside, I still feel at this moment of time. And I think, like we talk about on the show, Craig, you want to study time. Or how people usually get bull markets and bear markets wrong is because they look at price rather than time. Time is a far superior metric, a far superior way to analyze charts. And if you don't know how to read time, join us in GTG, because we literally will teach you how to read time as well as price. And then if you understand the story of price, you're going to be executing far more consistently on charts every single week. It's crazy. I mean, I've come a long way. I'm 10 years in. But it took me a long time to build this understanding of how it actually all works so that I don't emotionally trade. I mean, even last night, Craig, we still got a DM from our lovely friend Eli saying, I should have listened to my gut. I woke up this morning, the market dumped 5%. I was like, wait, where's your follow-up message, Eli? So I was just like, brother, like, the fact he's like, I should listen to my gut tells me he doesn't get how price moves, right?
Listen to your gut, guys.
Exactly.
Don't listen to your gut. My gut told me we're going to 100K in 21, and we went to 69. Exactly. So guts are often right in social interactions, but not with charts, man. Guts, it doesn't work like that. You get actually, I'll take the bait. You get inclinations.
Yeah,
it has to be backed up with technical analysis. It has to be backed by. I actually, funny enough, hey, what's up, Greg?
You got a comment from a Facebook guy. Let's go, Greg. Welcome to the channel, Kickbox. Thanks you to Asher for following us on Kick as well, guys. Dude, that's good. Hey, Facebook's the future,
Who
Greg.
knows? I was going to say, just on your comment before about trusting his gut, I took a screenshot of the rejection at 74 and put that in the group and said, yeah, this is still a problem, bro. Like, for me personally, I would not be entering anywhere near 74, bro. Like, alts, anything. Like, it looks like we're going to cop a pullback now, and that's why you're in shorts, bro.
And that's why I'm in shorts, Craig. And that's like, yeah, look, it took me 10 years to learn how to, or not maybe, it took me maybe 7-8 years to learn how to actually win in crypto. And it's by removing your emotions, removing your psychology, and going full analytical, full no biases. You just look analytical at structure, you look at analytical fundamentals, and then you make decisions from there as well. So look, yeah, macro low high probably could be in place already, Craig. We grabbed some of that liquidity that was sitting here for multiple weeks, man. Like, I mean, this has been our range for about a month now. So it's no surprise to see us maybe have this distribution above the range high and then close back below. Now, I could be wrong. We could see a little bit of a rally back up and actually grab some liquidity higher from this retest here over the next week. That could happen. And as a good trader that I am, I've already taken a little bit of profit on my shorts and moved stop loss to break even. Dude, you got so many people. Are these all people that you know, bro? Like,
no, that guy Johnny is. Johnny's a legend. I used to play footy with him at school. He's a legend. What's up, Johnny? I haven't spoken to Johnny in probably 20 years.
Dude, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh,
What's
dude,
up,
my
Johnny?
Facebook, I have like 1,000 friends on Facebook, but I decided to do my own, like, and start a new, because I'm like, imagine like all these people that I went to primary school with being like, look at this guy. Like,
Well, they've actually found me through my page. I
oh,
started a
that's cool.
page.
That's cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it's not through my main Facebook. It's through my page. So,
Yeah.
Big Johnny, what's up, big fella? I remember when you broke Andy's ribs when you hit him in rugby. That was my best mate. Anyway, back to the show, Johnny. I'll be back with you in the Star Wars quote soon enough.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, look, we keep an eye on this. We, as predicted, we took the long from 63 up to 74. We scaled out of that profit, and then we moved into shorts, and we're making money. So, guys, if you're a bit lost, if you're looking for a community, if you're looking for people who know what they're doing, if you don't have time as well, and you want to just tap into Craig or or any of the traders' mindset or our skills, jump in GTG, and we can help you out every single week. All right, moving on to a trending topic with Alex Finn, arguably one of the biggest engagement farmers. Nah, he's a good guy. He's a good guy in terms of AI topics across Twitter and YouTube at the moment. But huge updates as of overnight, Craig. This will be happy for you. I think you're on ChatGPT. Is that correct? You are on ChatGPT?
My wife's on there, yeah.
Okay. So big updates for ChatGPT, because I know on this channel we've been talking for a while about how my preference has definitely moved to Claude compared to ChatGPT. So this update could be very interesting, and we'll read through the specifics very shortly. As always, if you are new to this channel, we talk about AI, we talk about price action, we talk about trending markets, we talk about everything that you need to keep up to date with that's happening in the world right now, so that you stay one step ahead of where the world's heading, Craig, in the next sort of 5 to 10 years. So Alex Finn, I love his content creation, to be honest. So it makes it really nice and concise. So ChatGPT 5.4 is out. It blows Opus 4.6 out of the park, according to Alex Finn. And Opus 4.6, for those who don't know, is Claude's current model. This is what you need to do immediately if you want to escape the permanent underclass, bro. His language is his language is so good. But anyways, let's get to the facts. Upgrade your OpenClaw. So change your OpenClaw, which is OpenClaw is a free source that you can use. It's your agent builder. Okay, it needs to run via your Mac Mini or a local device that allows you to create agents via these other AIs, right? So basically, OpenClaw works at the top. You then have either Claude underneath or ChatGPT, or maybe a combination. I don't know how it works specifically. I haven't set it up just yet. But you have to put that underneath. So now he's saying, and this is crazy because he's been using Claude Pro, or not Claude Pro, but Claude Max and Claude Code for a while. And now he's literally pivoting. Of course he is, because it's a trending topic. That's how creators stay relevant. But the interesting part here is that ChatGPT's 5.4 update is now built for OpenClaw. Now, there is a tremendous episode that I listened to yesterday on Spotify under the Bankless episode. And it's a guy who was in crypto and pivoted full-time to, very similar to what Zenika's doing as well, and Alex Finn. Pivoted full-time to AI a couple of years ago, built a full automated AI agent called Felix. He then runs he's created 80K in revenue, Craig, from OpenClaw in just the past month. All right. And it's fully autonomous. This AI did it all. Like, sure, the guy's like he gives it feedback. He suggests new ideas. He refines it and whatnot. But this AI created a whole business literally out of nothing. So it's pretty crazy to see where the world's heading. But to continue here, this is saying that you should now switch to ChatGPT via OpenClaw. Hand the ChatGPT 5.4 blog post over to your OpenClaw and say, how can we improve our workflows based on these upgrades? Download the Codex, which is your ChatGPT's code desktop app. Type it in fast. This will give you the most powerful coding model in the world at the fastest speed. Take advantage of 1 million token context windows. So that's always a big thing as well, is that there's a certain amount of rate limited on the tokens that you use for the prompts that you're using or the executions that your bots are currently running. Everything you do on your computer for the next 24 hours, describe it to ChatGPT 5.4 and ask how it can do the task better. When the new tech drops, you have to take advantage of it. That's the only way to win. Very, very much I do agree here. And here's a bit of a visual, Craig. What does this mean for someone like you? I mean, this is very much down the developer, the app route, the refinement, the automation, the agent route. Does this interest you to get started, or are you still very much not quite in that ball camp just yet? Because you don't need a service, perhaps, is what we're maybe talking about here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if this particularly, I'm guessing this is more for a little bit more people have been dabbling.
Yeah.
Probably would enjoy this. For the new people in the room, you're probably thinking, what the F does this all mean? Like I am right now, all these percentages. Wow, I'm up 92%, but on what, right? But no, it interests me. I like what he said there, apart from, where he said, plug in what you do in 24 hours and then have it scrutinize it, basically. I think I'm actually, that one sentence piqued my interest because optimization is what we all need to be doing, right? We need to increase accuracy and efficiency. So if I can increase those two, efficiency is probably the big one. For me, my workflow day to day.
Exactly the way I want to use it.
Yeah, so efficiency, accuracy over time, I guess that will improve with efficiency increasing. I'm big on numbers, man. So now you asked, piqued my interest. What's your thoughts? Like if I was going to get started on something like this, do I need a super clean device? Do I need a computer that's
the issue for us crypto people. Yeah, and not even just us crypto people, but people who like have
money on their computer.
Anything on their computer, like anything, right? Like security, emails. Yeah, like you opt into the amount of data, the amount of connections that you want with these AIs. I personally haven't done any of that yet. But you can obviously still shoot a PDF document. I mean, I just think about the data, bro. The data, oh, dude, the data, this is next level to data from Google and Facebook. Like this is seriously next level because everybody is from a simple task to a complex task. ChatGPT and Claude will have an incredible amount of data. It's crazy to think about. And hence why that data is literally serving one purpose: make AI into AGI and make it even more intelligent. Like the AI is already more intelligent than an above average human. Imagine what it's going to be like in 2 to 5 years time.
Genius level.
To answer your question, I would look, if you're going to go down the route, and we've got Roy on the channel next Wednesday. So Zeneca, for those that maybe don't know him, great creator, 400K on Twitter, runs a newsletter, has built a whole AI and program, he's been using it for like prediction markets / sports betting, Craig, and running algorithms and patterns there because he came from the poker world previously. So it's we should get more people like him, just different people who are doing different things in this industry, because I think it's a great conversation to have. But basically he's built Yoshi, which is his website, and it kind of helps out with certain things. But it'd be interesting to see if you should set up a new platform or a new laptop or a new user profile. My suggestion would be probably a new user profile. So for me, I might set up, like I've got a MacBook Pro. I could probably set up a new user profile, maybe go buy a Mac Mini and then set that up here, but it runs separately to my 2 main monitors, perhaps. I need a bigger desk, man. And then maybe I buy one more monitor that's just a cheapie, and that runs as my agent over here. I don't know. This is what I'm maybe thinking over the next month or so. And I caught up with one of the Reach founders yesterday for lunch, and he's thinking the same thing. He's like, dude, I just want to build these cool products for people and sell little side hustle businesses. So, I mean, the thing you got to remember too, the reason we are so on top of this compared to maybe people who are watching on Facebook or YouTube or listening on Spotify is because we're already plugged into an asset class or into an industry of crypto that is already thinking in advance. We are risk takers naturally. We are looking for opportunities to build wealth, to build skills, to build experience in a traditional way. And that's disruption, that's innovation. And as we have touched on this week already, Craig, like the world is heading in a digitization way. So if you're not planning for that or investing for that, well, then you're probably missing out on the next sort of .com era sort of trade opportunity, right? So yeah, look, we're lucky, I would say, because if I wasn't in this world of crypto and blockchain, I probably wouldn't even know about this AI, Craig, because it just wouldn't be on my radar.
No, you're right. I noticed, it's funny you mentioned Facebook. I noticed Facebook got into AI about a month ago. Everyone found that it could create a caricature of themselves. So about 3 weeks to 4 weeks ago, obviously with crypto Twitter, for the Facebook people in the room, we've been dabbling in this for a little while, obviously, because we're quite tech forward, as Greenie mentioned. So we kind of, it hits our faces every day. But I noticed Facebook people were doing it now with AI, and I was like, welcome to 25 legends. So they were all creating these caricatures of themselves and stuff. So Facebook now is starting to, it's the early iterations of it now. They're seeing they can create art, which, you know, meme coins have been doing for a while. We've already dived into it on X, but they're coming around now. So they're a little bit slower, but obviously Facebook and that is starting to come around. So I guess you could call them your normal people. They're starting to appreciate, I think, maybe what AI can do, or at least seeing the potential. At the moment, it's mostly cartoon pictures, but that's how it kind of starts, right? And then you go, wait, hang on a sec, what else can this do? It can work on my workflow.
Dude,
it can give you honest advice, non-emotional advice about what you're doing wrong. Whereas if a human says it, you might be like, oh, no, F you. Like, with a robot, you're like, okay.
This Felix from the Bankless episode, this guy who's created his OpenClaw called Felix and runs this whole company. It is a zero human based company. It is agents that are building it from scratch. And its ability to take on feedback, but also question you as the person who's obviously in control of it and the prompter initially is crazy, Craig. It takes on feedback. It'll be like, okay, we've got XYZ on these 3 emails. Can we actually refine this or be a little bit more in depth here? And it'll come back and go, yeah, you're right, actually. Bang, 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 shoot it out and shoot out a new copy of whatever that product was, right? And then on other occasions, the prompter, the guy who created it, he was like, well, hold on a minute. Like, what about if we take 10 grand and go start this potential business idea? And it was like, Felix was like, no. I think that's going to cost you more in the long term. It's going to take longer to build. Why don't we distribute that 10K back into what our current workflow is, what our current business product is, double down on that, and we'll probably make more revenue here. And then once we've got this going very swimmingly, then we can pivot to another opportunity that you're thinking about right now. And he was like, oh yeah, fair enough. Like, if you think it's going to work more strategically now, it is crazy, dude. I feel like I'm already experiencing FOMO specifically for this. And the reason why is I want to be building something that, as you say, improves my workflow. It's basically like PAs, but the trading part of it really interests me the most. Okay. Like building an indicator, building strategies, building an AI version of me from all of my 1,000 videos, all of our hundreds of live streams, all of my content everywhere, stripping it all back, plowing it in and saying, replicate me in an AI so that I don't have to do half the shit that I do every day, because I can just say, hey, just refer to the Greenie AI, right?
Maybe it'll just be Greenie streaming. It'll be AI one day. You won't even be here. Imagine.
I won't. Hey, chat. I won't tell you if I'm not here. It'll just look like me, but I'm actually busy working somewhere else, and this is the AI talking. And
ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, but that's where the world's heading. And it's scary. Don't get me wrong, but you need to stay on top of innovation. And like Alex Finn said, like, if you don't stay up to date on the relevancy of where tech is going, where AI is going, then you're gonna fall behind, man. You're gonna fall behind.
No, 100% agree. And it is scary, but I'm guessing it becomes less scary as you start to use the tool. Mm-hmm. It's like, I'm guessing the internet was scary as well when it started, 100%. You know? It would have been terrifying. I saw a good post the other day that was saying how funny that our parents told us not to interact with strangers on the internet 30 years ago. And now we're building businesses with strangers on the internet.
Yeah.
Like you and me. Like, you know what I mean? I remember mum and dad back when I was like 14 on the internet, you know, don't talk to strangers and all this stuff. And now all I do is talk to strangers on the internet. I don't even really talk to very many people.
You know what? The sad reality is I probably do that too.
It's crazy, man. I'm like, wow, I didn't take their advice very well, but I get why they said that, man. It would have been so freaky, all the weirdo men out there and stuff. So do be careful online. There's a lot of weirdos out there, but there's a lot of cool people too. There's a lot of cool, but there's more good people than bad. So shout out to the internet. Great discovery. Thank you very much. I'd have no business without it. So I probably need to, you know, not probably, I realized this about AI. I'm thinking someone made a comment there about the new MacBook coming out for $499. The only issue I have with it is someone was saying it's an iPhone 16 tech.
See, I agree with that. Like I'm in the sense that, like, well, what like, what's the benefit of getting that if it's just going to be if it's not going to, like, see, the what works with these other AI is your chip. Like, if you've got like an M4 chip or an M5, which is the new one coming out, like, it's just going to be so superior, right? Like, it's kind of like a cheap version of trying to achieve what you're trying to achieve, if that makes sense, right? So I think it's important to understand that it's probably going to be around, like, it might not necessarily be the most efficient and like maximum upside sort of opportunity, but it might allow the common person to get in.
Explain to me then quickly, Greeny, what is the benefit? And the answer might be obvious, but I'm going to ask it anyway for everyone in the room. What is the advantage of using an M4 versus a cheap computer for doing these things?
Oh, dude, okay. So when I traveled, here's a great example between just the M2 chip of a MacBook Air from when was it, that 2024 when I traveled overseas, compared to when I went to Europe for 5 weeks last year and took my M4 MacBook Pro. Okay, so obviously it's a Pro. It naturally already has bigger infrastructure in the actual, like, and therefore bigger serviceability, bigger, like, can run easier, can run harder if you needed to. My MacBook Air, every time I did a live stream when I was overseas, it was blowing up. It was like, I was like, bro, just chill. Like, I've only got this one tab open and you're angry at me, right? So it's just more about the productivity that the device can do. And I suppose, like, don't get me wrong, I'm sure there's plenty of other gaming laptops or stuff that can work at the same capacity. I'm just talking from that experience is as the tech evolves, right? You do want to make sure that you're probably staying up to date, because otherwise you're losing value by time or productivity, or like maybe it causes you issues because it can't service as much as you want it to do. It overheats, it blows up. You don't know. Like, you're reducing friction, I suppose, by getting a more proficient or efficient model, right?
Could you say, for the designers in the room, could you say it's the same as having, if say you're rendering a video and using a beast computer that renders the video very fast compared to a lame computer that would take 5 days to render the video? Similar to that, right?
Same thing. That's a great way to think about it. Like, my MacBook Air, when we traveled as well, it would take probably about an hour and a half to render a 10-minute video, Craig. My hard drive here takes, like, I don't know, 4 minutes for a 20-minute clip now at 4K too, not even 2K, like at 4K. So yeah, it definitely, it depends. And like Badini says, who's been a long time follower of the show, so thanks for tuning in. He says, I don't know, I got an M4 Mac, and I agree, it's so ridiculously powerful, and I feel like buying another just to have my crypto stuff on there would be an overkill, but I kind of agree. Well, apparently my understanding is, if you just set up a new user profile, that user profile doesn't have wallets, doesn't have connections, doesn't have files, doesn't have access to emails, doesn't have access to all that. So you are safe by just going to your other user profile. The point being, it's just more challenging because you can't just switch between the both. Like, you can't just go like here, right? For example, if I could build, like, if I embedded my AI bot into Discord or Telegram now, it's so much easier because I then run my business, my everyday workflow over here, right? Whereas to protect yourself, maybe you don't want to do that. You do want to keep it on a separate device. So I should send Roy a message and just double check how he runs it. But it'll be a question we'll talk about next Wednesday.
That'll be a stream with him.
Oh, dude, this stream next Wednesday might go for like 2 hours.
I've got so many questions.
And don't worry, chat. We'll keep it beginner level, but then we'll go to advanced. We'll go advanced. Like, how much coding experience do you need? Blah 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 blah. Like what's the niche? What's the easy route? What's the hard route? Because that was the Felix. I highly recommend you listen to that episode, Craig. Because
I'm going to. I saw you post it yesterday, and I was like, that's a must play today for me.
I've only listened to about the first half now, but it's crazy. I sent it to my wife, and my wife was like, what is this jargon that you're sending me? And I was like, shit, we're still early.
I'm worried about this tech because I know what I'm like. Once I get into it, dude, I'm going to vanish. Like, I'm going to fall down the hole and you'll never see anything.
Same, dude. Same.
Because you're getting me excited, and I haven't been excited about tech for ages.
Okay. To add another point to this, Zeneca lost all interest in crypto content creation. He was exhausted from 2022, 2021, where he dominated, was arguably the biggest creator in the world. And then exhausted for 2 years. he has come back and he has energy like I have not seen him for years. That shows you that's proof of the pudding. And he will show you. We'll talk with him next week, and he'll be so excited. And I love seeing that. I do love seeing that. But
I don't think I've ever seen Zeneca with a pulse higher than 60 beats per minute, man. He's so chill. He's the most zen. Shout out to Zeneca. Just a quick story. I met him at ACC Australian Crypto Convention, not the last one, the one before. I know Zeneca, so just to back up what Greeny's saying, hey, he's well known. When I got into NFTs in 21, Zeneca was like the man. Like the man. Was it like Zeneca was like, he had the academy going and I couldn't afford it. So I couldn't even get in. So I was like, what's Zeneca saying? And then I met him. Loveliest dude, bro. Like,
he's so humble. He's so nice. He's shouted me plenty of things. He's a generous, beautiful soul. He is.
He's awesome. I spoke to him at the last.
So rare in our industry. So rare.
And what was so good about the second time meeting him is I met him a lot less of a fan and more of a fellow creator. And he's just so helpful. Like, he's just a good dude who doesn't no ego. And if you have a question, there's no, like, he's not hiding anything, or like, he's just, oh, dude, I need to spend so much more time with him. For the people that are not following him, give him a follow. He's such a good dude, man. We need more. If we had 100 more Zenecas in the space, we'd be better for it.
So much better for it, bro.
So shout out to you, Roy. You're the man, bro. You're the man.
Yeah, we'll talk about and obviously he's on our show next Wednesday. So those in Australia will be our Wednesday show, and Tuesday night for our Americans who tune in as well.
Cool.
Crypto, Greg, we are breaking news right now. Bitcoin breaks below 71K. We are battling the top of this range. We are back below 71K as of this morning. Solana's back below.
Trust my gut, Greeny.
Of what? Shorten.
Yeah, exactly. I knew this would happen.
Shout out to Eli. But yeah, Craig, man. I mean, look, I actually don't own Bitcoin anymore because as I said yesterday on the show or the day before, I actually sold my spot because I was like, well, I know what I'm doing. I'm a trader. I'll just take this profit here because I think I'm going to be able to buy it probably back closer to 60, if not below 60K. Well, that's playing out exactly as I predicted. But Craig, when do you click buy? Is it if we start going below this range low? Is it a psychological number? Have you got limits set up already? Do you need to manually go set up limits, or are you just going to be watching the markets with alerts? Talk us through your stage of accumulation now as we head closer. I think, as I've said on the channel for a while, I think Bitcoin bottoms earliest Q2, but more likely Q3 this year. We are fast dumping more aggressively than we had in previous bear markets. So for me, I'd say Q3 this year is when we start to bottom.
Yeah, so what I'm going to need to do now is I need to move a bunch of stables from my ledger to an exchange. And for the people that, not your keys, not your crypto, just makes it a little bit easier to have buy and sell limits on the exchanges. That's why we have them, right? They do serve a purpose, and that's why. So that's something I'll do. Geez, man, if I wasn't trying to, you'll be the same. If I wasn't so trying to build out our brand, I would have done this already, but it's just been so busy. In actual fact, what I really should have done and wanted to do, I spoke to you yesterday about this, I wanted to dump the last of my memes and alts I had, but I got so addicted to trying to get Spotify going. I got in this you're the same, right? I was like, no, I'm not leaving this desk until I've achieved our podcast, and I got it done by yesterday night. So I didn't even get to sell. So sometimes it's quite hard being a creator and a trader. It's the two kind of get in the way sometimes, but that's
I would agree.
It's okay.
Yeah.
So no, I didn't get out where I wanted. I'm a bit frustrated, to be honest, but it's okay. It's thousands, not tens of thousands. But what am I going to do now? I'm going to move today a bunch of money onto an exchange and set up buy limits like you've done, because I think like you just said, and I hadn't done this yet because I figured we had time, and we have had time. We've had months, but I feel now time's ticking where I think I'm going to get my buy levels 60 and below, so 59,999 or whatever you want to call it, somewhere below there. And then same as you, I'll go, I haven't even got this planned out yet, but it'll go something like 59, 55, 53, 50, 47, 45, 43, 40.
So you'll be doing, oh, dude, I mean, just breaking news is,
ham, bro. ham.
Yeah,
like
and
crazy.
larger orders rather than
Yeah.
small lots of orders. Yeah, so like
Yeah.
large.
So I think what I'll do, sorry to interrupt you. I think I'll go smaller orders from 60 to 55,
Yeah.
and then they're going to get chunkier down the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
There's risk to that because it may not tap my chunkier.
Correct.
Which I know, I can see your brain turning, Greeny.
Yeah.
So
you already know what I'm about to say, Craig. You already know what I'm about to say.
What do you think? Should I make them all equal?
I think there's good enough value at these levels that, at least for me, I probably don't like. Okay, so the money that I allocated months ago, I don't even know. It's like maybe 25 grand. I just put that on one exchange and I said, okay, these are just limit orders on Bitcoin that I leave there passively. If they hit, that is the ones that I had a 65K average buy and I sold at 73K the other day because I was like, okay, well, no, I'm going to swing trade this. Maybe I make a grand on that swing trade, but then I get to accumulate more Bitcoin lower. What I've done with that is set limit orders all the way down to 44K because there's liquidity down that level. I think if we break below there, I'm probably pretty worried that we're going into probably a black swan market event for risk on assets globally, right? There's probably a larger issue at play if we break below I'd say if we start breaking below 38K on like a high time frame with closes, so daily closes, 3-day closes, 5-day closes, or a week, that's where I start to get quite concerned that maybe Bitcoin's going into a greater depression sort of cycle potentially. Outside of that really happening in a black swan environment, I would say 57. There's this weekly order block, which I've got on the screen for our viewers right now. A reminder, hit the sub if you're on YouTube. If you're listening on Spotify, drop a 5-star review. Thank you very much. And obviously follow the channel. We're live every day. But as you can see here on the chart, there's this weekly order block that we haven't touched since we left it in September 2024 after pretty much putting in this multi-month bullish continuation flag. That remains my high time frame level, Craig. I definitely think we go to 54 to 57, or at least go to halfway through that. So 56. So for me, I'm like, well, hold on a minute. I probably need to have a little bit of orders between like the range low of 59 and between that weekly order block. That's probably a decent chunk to have. If we start to lose that, then my next high time frame level is that wick there at about 52, which also aligns with this liquidity back from when was that? February 2024 as well. But the wick at 48 remains, I think. If we can tap 48, liquidity sweep that, I think that's pretty healthy for the long run. Now, the issue is that there's actually a bit of confluence just a little bit lower between 44 and 45 that we could just see like a really aggressive, sharp, volatile move, kind of like what we saw at the start of February. We actually were live on the show at the start of February when Bitcoin crashed to 59K. It was crazy. I mean, everyone always says, Greeny, why are you so excited when the market crashes? Well, one, I'm short, but two, bear markets give you the best opportunity that you can ever ask for, right? That's just 10 years of market experience speaking for you right there. But what I envision is that my plan is, look, if I get to 44K, which is where I've got my limit orders set up down to this liquidity ever, I've actually got a long ready to sit there as well. And if I get there, I will actually have half a Bitcoin from that 25K that I've allocated over there. That is crazy to think about, Craig. Half a Bitcoin from 25K just from DCA orders. If Bitcoin trades at 44K, I'm licking my lips, bro. I'm licking my lips. This asset traded at 125 grand less than 6 months ago. Yep. Crazy, man. Crazy.
That is pretty interesting. Yeah, that is pretty interesting. I hope the viewers appreciate the numbers you just ran through there because it shows the power of DCA. Yeah. It's the safest way to trade. Well, in my experience, it's the safest way to trade, and it will give you the best average price. You know, for anyone in there thinking, no, I'm going to wait till 38 to buy, it's tough, man. It's really hard to catch those moves because you could be sleeping's the problem. So for us, you know, say America sell off, by the time you and me wake up, everyone's like, it was 38, but now it's 44. And we're like, oh, well, fuck, I missed the entry, right? Yeah. Whereas if you have those limit orders set, shout out to the exchanges. This is one of the reasons you use an exchange is you can actually take advantage of the volatility while you're sleeping. And I did that in the last bear market. And it worked out just fine. So why change a winning system? It worked for me, and I did it on the way up. You did it on the way up. Scale in on the way down. Scale out on the way up. It's pretty nice, man. It's pretty nice for the new people in the room. Don't try by the bottom. In my experience, it's really hard to do. You'll probably shit your pants there anyway. Not do it.
You won't. You won't do it.
No, I'm so scared. Like you won't do it.
I had a really good tweet the other night that did pretty well because it resonated with a lot of people. Let me try and find it. No, where is it? Oh, come on. I tweet too much. I can't find it. But basically, it was around, if everyone thinks that the bottom is in and is telling you to buy right now, how many people were right at the top and got that wrong, essentially, right? It's the contrarian, reverse engineering play of everyone saying, nah, bottom's in. Like, dude, there was a guy that Eli sent through, this guy's a scammer on Abstract, and he's commenting saying, Greeny's quant is telling him that it's going to 40K. And I'm like, bro, I replied and said, hey, spend your energy doing good things in the world. And here's some receipts of me timing the top, timing a long recently, just this past week. And oh, dude, it's just crazy. People just have no idea out there.
Oh, you got called a larp, I think, by that dude, did you?
Yeah, he called me a larp. And I was like, brother, like, I'm here educating.
You're definitely not a larp, man. Like,
consistently every week. Yeah.
You're trading daily with real money, man. Like, you're not talking about trading, you're actually trading. This is the thing. Let me have a quick rant. This only take 1 minute.
Go for it. Go. Okay, you take over the rant. I don't need to rant.
Some of the biggest players in CT are just market commentators and not traders. And they're the ones who call other people larps. It's like, brother, you're not even a trader. You started as a trader. I started as a trader. I didn't have a following. I was trading. And then over the years of trading, I then got a following from people going, hang on, that guy might know something about trading, right? Same with you. You're a trader first and foremost. And then from there, we grew our following from trading. I didn't grow my following by going, look over there, what that guy's doing. I grew my following by saying, this is what I'm doing. Let's see how we go. And over time, people went, oh, okay, that did a 10X, that did a 5X. Maybe he's not retarded. And now I'm here now. So now I'm a commentator on the space, but I'm still trading. I haven't put the tools down. Some of these other people have never picked the tools up. They've never held the shovel. It's like, dude, you're the larp here, man. Like, I'm finding it increasingly hard with this is going to be good. I'm finding increasingly hard to shut my mouth on the timeline, man, because I feel like I've been here so long now that it becomes glaringly obvious who's a tourist here to extract and who's actually here to provide education. And there's a lot of big accounts, man, that provide no value. They just shill because they're paid to shill. Bro, 99% of the stuff I put on the timeline, I do it for the love of the game, man.
Same, bro. You know that. We speak about that often. Just because I love the space. We are ethical. Not many people are ethical.
And if I get paid, well, it's going to be put up as a paid sponsorship now, man. And it always has been, you know. You always have disclosed, always. Yeah, like, I've watched you move. That's why I partnered with you, because I was like, I can't partner with someone who's going to get done one day. It's not going to help my brand. So anyway, I'm going to start. I watch the older guys who've been here since 2000. Tyler Durden, for one, who's been here a long time, and he smashes people on the timeline. I now understand why he does. Yeah, because you just eventually get sick of people coming in here to extract, provide no value, and then insult other traders. And they don't trade themselves, and then they leave. It's like, no, hang on, buddy.
This same guy, just for context for those listening, this same guy literally went to Abstract and manipulated tokens, pumped and dumped them several times way back. And we're talking meme coins that was sub 500K. Yeah, good life, bro. Look at you, okay? Look, I'm here educating every day, live, unscripted, public, nothing but consistent since 23. Again, I don't need to vet myself. It's just...
Did he change his name on X, did he?
No, I don't know. I've got no time frame, bro. I muted him ages ago because it's just because Eli brought it to my attention. So yeah, look, I mean, Crush on Twitch. Thanks for tuning in. First Twitch comment for a while. Love to see it. Hey, guys, we got good followers on YouTube right now. Smash the sub, guys. If you're watching on YouTube, we're live every day. You can watch this back on YouTube for the replays, or you can obviously listen to us on Spotify, which we dropped in the description down below. I am currently short trap drill pow. I am short from 74, 73, I think. As we break below 70.9K. Crush says bottom by June, July. There is a scenario I could see us hit July. I just think if we zoom out, guys, and have a look at monthly stochastic, like, we are moving down more aggressively than we have for a long time here. Like, last cycle, it was extended for a long period of time. Like, it took April 21 all the way down to about December 2022. So, like, That, I mean, this is what I mean. This is why earlier in the show, you guys asked, like, I suggested that you study time rather than price. Okay. 640 days there. Okay. From this high to that low, it was around 486. Okay. This high to that low was ages, 791. We are very aggressively dumping here. Okay. So I would argue it's going to be in the 300-day-ish mark, which would, I mean, look, I don't see us doing a bottom in July, June, unless we have a very aggressive move, we have a very volatile move, and we dump even like quicker and brutally to sort of 40 region sooner rather than later. That's the one scenario that I think we bottom in June, July. I think we bottom in Q3 based on my time analysis. Okay. And I mean, like, as you can see here, you can literally see 640 days, 480, 791. We are already at the 40th percentile. Like, that's crazy inside 150 days, right? So, like, yeah, just based purely on time, just to show you a little bit, so it's a bit easier for you guys to see on the chat, on the stream.
That drop.
Like, it's just
like 2017, isn't it? The speed, the velocity of the drop. 21 with a bit of a bounce.
Very fast dump this time around. Very fast dump, which means you're going to have either two scenarios. You're going to have less time to buy at the low, or you're going to have way more time at the low to buy. Okay, and trading's all about probability. Dude, I'm not going to read that comment.
Me neither.
That's funny. Hey, I didn't say it. That was chat. Eli's not even here today. Damn. Look, it's interesting. It is interesting. There's a lot of leverage in the ecosystem. Michael Saylor is incredibly over leveraged, in my opinion. He becomes one of the biggest risks to Bitcoin specifically, in my opinion. So we'll keep an eye on it. But yeah, look, I would say we probably only have if you go on past record, if this was even like as long as 2 cycles ago, that puts it at February 27 for a monthly bottom. Okay. If it was last cycle, that puts it at like July 2027 for the monthly stochastic to bottom. I'm not talking about price. I'm talking about the monthly stochastic to bottom. Okay. The monthly stochastic doesn't necessarily, or it does, it's pretty close. It's usually a month or two outside of where the actual Bitcoin bottom is. Okay. So if you look there, it was about 4 months after. In last cycle, it was about 1 month or 2 months after. And previously it was about 2 months as well. I did go back and look at this previously. So I think the lesson here, Craig, is we are moving down very aggressively, very volatility based. So I think the bottom comes sooner rather than later is mainly the takeaway here. Again, study time, not necessarily price.
Sorry, Greeny, I just want to quickly clarify. Were you talking about times at the bottom there?
Yeah. So how long it took the monthly stochastic to go from the over percent. So basically from it to cross from bullish back to bearish, and when it crosses back into bullish, right? So that the period of time from when the bottom of usually this bottom indicator. So the monthly stochastic is just a trading indicator using moving averages, right? It takes an average of price over that period of time and gives you a realistic level of where it is. Is it oversold? Is it overbought? Is it in the mid-range? And the direction of it. So right now, as you can see up the top, we are very much aggressively moving to the downside. Okay, this is a big reason I was super bearish in late 2025, and why I literally haven't held any crypto at all since September last year. Okay, this is one of the reasons. Okay, when you have a look at it, okay, what I'm measuring is the time from the bearish cross to the next bullish cross. Okay, which in history, if you go and have a look, is really close to when the top comes in and really close to when the bottom also comes in on a monthly bottom. Now, this, again, no one will predict the bottom. No one will predict the top, but you can use price-based analysis, trending-based analysis like this. I don't know what that comment even says. It literally, okay, sick.
I'm bullish all the time, Simon.
I think I was never greedy at the top. You can go and vet it on Twitter. But anyways, the point being here, Craig, is this indicator alone, as well as like in collaboration with another confluence like price and time and other trending indicators and whatnot, it will show you when Bitcoin is undervalued and when Bitcoin is overvalued, right? So for me, this getting close to the 20th percentile in the coming maybe 2 months or 3 months probably means we are very close to the bottom. And either we spend a lot of time there, depending on macro environments, like we did in this cycle when I first joined crypto, okay, back here, this cycle where we spent a long time, okay, we spent all the way, it was 1,000 days before we broke above the previous high. That could happen given a macro collapse of the bubble, as a lot of people are talking about. And I still think there is a bubble collapse. I just don't know when. But I think I lean more on the aggressive side. We're going to dump quickly, dump later this year, and then it's going to trade pretty nicely into 2027.
Yeah. No, that sounds pretty good. That doesn't sound too bad, does it?
Simon, what do you mean by greedy at the bottom? I don't know what you're referring to. Greedy? What bottom? What bottom are you talking about? Like 2023, when I started my whole channel, like, yeah, I bought Solana at $19. Sick. Yeah, I was very greedy at the bottom.
I'm a bit confused by his comments.
I'm a bit confused as well.
There's a few spelling mistakes, so it's hard to track what's happening here.
I watched you celebrate lower prices. I literally spoke about that.
I think he's complimenting you. I think he's complimenting you. I'd take that as a compliment.
I'm a bit confused as well. I'm confused.
I think you're. I mean, being greedy at the bottom is probably as good as it gets.
I think that's what you want to do. You don't want to do the opposite. You don't want to be the opposite.
Thank you, Simon. I agree. We were greedy at the bottom. I was very greedy.
Oh, yeah. When we were live on the show, we spoke about that. Yeah, I was super greedy. I was like, yeah, Bitcoin trading at 59K, dope. That's opportunity. So I just swing traded it from 63 to 74 and took profit. So you missed the start of the show, Simon. Go back and watch this. When we finish in about 10 minutes, 15 minutes time, go back and watch the start of the show. It'll all make sense for you. Look, we've got a few articles we haven't even touched on, but let's just run through them really quickly. So crypto bulls slam Ray Dalio's tired narratives in defense of Bitcoin's future. Experts push back on the billionaire's hedge fund because he just keeps simply saying Bitcoin lacks gold's qualities, transparency, lack of central bank backing, quantum computing. Dude will just create any narrative that he can to try and be bearish on Bitcoin. Fascinating insights.
It lacks the weight of gold for one, bro.
Yeah.
Like who cares?
There's so much gold that hasn't been mined yet as well. Look at Afghanistan. They have a lot of natural resources in their earth, and China is currently building a massive road between those two countries to get access to those untapped resources. Bro, dive deeper. Look, these hedge funds need to hire us. I'm telling you, Craig, they need to hire us.
I think gold scarcity's all a fallacy anyway, man. Same with diamonds. They stockpile it, hide away, and they keep a price. It's
just wait till a meteor hits. A meteorite hits
and we're all billionaires going, yay!
It's the world. Next topic. So Bitcoin cleared 73K. This is obviously a little bit out of date, but skeptical traders are already bracing for a bull trap. I mean, so am I. I outwardly said this is probably going to be a bull trap. Lower macro.
I like that article because I thought it was the only article that actually probably were accurate.
Yeah, and that aligns with what our analysis is. It is. Okay, no, okay. So okay, Simon, sorry. The articulation of what you're saying initially was a little bit confusing. So thank you, mate. We do appreciate you saying that we are doing good content. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it.
Thanks, Simon, brother.
Yeah. So thanks, bro. We do appreciate the kind words. So yeah, no, you are right, Craig. This is the one, I mean, it's not bullish, but like the one realistic article here saying, look, you are skeptical or you have reasons to be skeptical at these levels.
Look at the photos they use, bro. Like that guy's live trading in a suit. Like, oh, no one even looks like that.
Hey, short the option. Open the option. Close that. Yeah, dude. Imagine. Oh, dude, I couldn't imagine doing that.
And we're trading in our pajamas at home. Why would you be on the floor?
Dude, I take my shirt off after the stream straight. It's so hot, dude. I'm sweating an absolute storm in the stream right now. I can't wait to. We're about to. Well, hopefully we move into a house in like maybe the next month. And it has ducted aircon. I cannot wait to run aircon in my office. It is going to be the best. But I also, this is how silly this house is. The office doesn't have a PowerPoint in the room. It has a PowerPoint in the cupboard. So I'm going to have to hire an electrician to come and put bloody PowerPoints on the wall so I can set up my desk.
Right. When we bought our house, get this, when we bought our house, the guy who we bought it from, he passed away. He was in a wheelchair. So every PowerPoint was a meter off the floor. We had to move every PowerPoint was this high instead of on the ground. Man, that was annoying.
You know what? In a desk, like in an office, I actually don't mind that idea because then things don't have to reach to the floor or whatnot.
Looks hideous in a lounge, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean, you should see in our media room that we're about to buy, they've built like a shelf on the wall. And then above the shelf, it's like an outlet for the PowerPoint that goes into the wall because obviously you could put like a flat screen TV on there and then your PowerPoint's in here. But like why have the shelf if you've got that inbuilt into? I'm like, okay, so now I'm gonna have to move in here, knock this bloody thing out, and do a whole plaster job. And then they're like, no, we still want this price. You're like, bro, have you even, like, these people haven't even been at their house. They've just bought it as an investment property for 10 years, Craig. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Hey, imagine being a boomer. It was so easy to make money. It was so easy. You just buy a property, bro. And you don't have, like, we actually have to have skills these days to make money, Craig. We actually have to have skills.
My neighbor got their place for 120 grand. It's worth 1.3 now.
A 10x sick, bro. Most easiest money you ever make.
And these are simple people, bro. These are very simple people. Like, oh, they are trading me.
All right, a few more topics to talk about. Craig and I are currently earning passive income via our creator cards over at Zeet, which is a new creator platform, which will be super fun. There'll be new tournaments coming soon. I've made, I don't know how much that is. I've made about $25. Is my math right?
No, it'd be more, bro. It'd be more.
Is it? Wait, 0.1 is how much? 0.1.
I think it's more.
1192 ETH to USD. I've made, hold on, let me get back to you. Wait, no, okay. ETH, oh, dude, hold on.
What's wrong with my brain?
25, no, $25. I was right. Yeah, $25. Okay. 25 US.
Yeah. Yeah, I did AUD. That's why I got 18 AUD so far. Thank you very much, legends. But I haven't been traded as much as you. No one's trading my cards. I'm gonna have to fud myself.
Smaller creator. Sorry, bro. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
That clip yesterday was hilarious. I loved it.
Right, it's so funny.
Okay, here we go. TikTok is where crypto brands find their next million users. Really interesting article. I mean, this really confirms what we spoke about earlier in the week, Craig, about how what are they called? Zoomers. The next generation being born between 2000 and 2015, I think is the category. Yeah, it's the time frame. So Zoomers are like, their brains are getting fried because of their attention or lack of attention. Like, you think back to when I was a kid. Even when I was a kid, I'm on the brink of technology evolution. So I had the best worlds. I understood what it was like to be creative with sticks and stones, but then I also know what it was like to have a PS2 and play games. Like oh, dude, luckiest generation probably ever in life to have the brink of technology and what the beautiful part of like pre-2000 life was like. People these days, or kids these days, super worried, man, about attention. We've spoken about that previously, but really interestingly here, it says in 2025, more than 11.8 million crypto-related videos were published on TikTok. I mean, I personally have, I put some stream clips up from time to time on TikTok. It's actually maybe I just don't get TikTok as an algo and I don't really spend enough time over there, but I would agree that I personally don't find a lot of value there. I prefer to do long form value, but maybe other people prefer the short term value. I mean, like Min, for example, dominates on TikTok and Instagram and stuff like that. So, I mean, maybe I just don't get it. And I've spent too much time down other rabbit holes. Again, I need to create an open core agent that can just do TikTok for me. Just do that. Like, or every day I wake up and it goes, Greeny, do this. This is like, this is in your niche. This is like currently viral on TikTok. Do this right now. And I'm like, okay, sick. Thank you. Bang. Like that's what I will use my open claw to do in time.
Yeah, I find the same with TikTok. I'm just not geared for it, man. Like, and I mean not using it. I mean actually putting content on. It's just I just don't dig it, man. I just don't enjoy it. Even making it sucks.
No, I'd much and like that's why I spend so much time on YouTube. I prefer Instagram to TikTok personally.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, me too.
So yeah, like we'll obviously talk about that, but what else do we want? We've got a couple more articles. Let me have a quick read. No, we won't touch about that one. Blah blah blah. Look, yeah, no, that one's about the SEC. We don't really care about them. A16Z or A16Z looks to raise $2 billion in its fifth crypto fund Fortune. Basically, it's a firm venture. For those that maybe don't know, as a capital giant, which raised 18% of all venture capital in the US last year. Wow. It's looking to raise $2 billion for what will be its fifth crypto vehicle. Previous four funds topped 7.6 billion, including its massive 4.5 crypto fund 4 in 2022. I mean, like, this is just showing you where the world is heading. And I mean, we touched on it yesterday, Craig, how AI is bullish on crypto. So why are you not at least considering, oh, they're getting spammed here to sign up. Why are you not considering allocating a percentage of your portfolio, at least in that asset class? Like, I mean, I still try to get my old man I got him in Hyperliquid and Bitcoin at least. And he's just like, how's it going? I'm like, This is a 2 year, 3 year play, brother. Like just relax. Hopefully get a 2x minimum out of it. We'll wait and see. So it's oh dude, Simon's now shilling troll, bro. No, troll was a great trade, and I messed it up. I was in at 14 million. I lacked patience. It consolidated for about 2 weeks, and then it went to 250 million because Binance corrupted it and put it on Binance Alpha. And I walked away going, dude, you had about 10 to 15 sol in that, and it did a 20x. Like I missed out on like, I don't know, 50 grand worth of profit because I just lacked patience in a trade that I did agree. But this is way back in 25 or early 20. No, it was 2025. So yeah, no, I disagree. No meme coin is on my radar right now. No meme coin is on my radar. Even Pengu, shout out to Eli, until Bitcoin shows me that a bottom is in, or until strength is on that chart. We showed you earlier in the week how to identify strength. But Craig, isn't this crazy? A16Z continues to dominate crypto-specific funds.
It is crazy. It's also crazy how much of the market share it has of it. 18% or something is unreal, man. Yeah, I'm the same as you. The only meme coin I'm buying this year is Bitcoin, man. That's the only meme coin I'm buying. The yellow coin, that's my favorite one. Digital gold, guys. Yeah, I'm not going near anything else. But this article is crazy. Do we know what the fund is? Fortune, is that what it's called?
No, do they touch on specifics later on? No, they just backed by when it backed Coinbase in 2013. Okay. So maybe Robinhood potentially. I don't know. I haven't looked specifically.
Oh, there we go. For its new American dynamism cinnamon
investment, as well as funds targeting bio and health infrastructure venture strategies. Interesting.
Basically, they're raising money and heaps of it.
And they have done it successfully for over 10 years.
That's good.
That's not a nothing burger. That's something to pay attention to.
Bullish for the space that there's people wanting to still hand over money. Yeah, no, pretty bullish for the space, dude. Hey, actually, before we go, I am meant to do a giveaway. Mm-hmm. Where is it for that ordinal? Where the hell is it? I'm gonna have to find it now.
To the chat, to the two fellas having a chat, Matt and Simon. I don't consider buying any altcoins, maybe except for Hyperliquid, until I see something like this, right? Until I see something like that where Bitcoin broke out of its reaccumulation range. That, and I mean, we're tapped in every day. We're live every day, guys. So you can watch us and listen to us, and I'll be telling you, I'm pretty bullish, right? I'm not bullish yet. Study time. It's going to be today's theme. Study time. All right, Craig. Yeah, are you ready? You ready to rumble?
No, I'm trying to find the post, bro. God, I've gone on a post spree lately. I'm like,
you might have to just run it back in your own time then if you can't.
Maybe let's do it Monday, brother. We'll end this on a better high. We'll do it Monday. I'll do it Monday, so I'm better prepped for it. Sorry, guys. We'll do the giveaway Monday. I don't think anyone will really mind. Yeah, let's do it Monday and let's end on a bit of a high. Thanks, Simon, for pulling up.
And Matt as well for you to engage. That's good chat. Hey, it's good. And shout out to Johnny. Shout out to whoever else tuned in earlier in the show as well. There's so many comments. Shout out to Stella, back 2 days in a row. Stella, good to see you. Bedini as well earlier in the show. Keka with the one meme in there. So shout out to everyone tuning in. Guys, don't forget, if you are if you're traveling, if you're someone that commutes on a train, commutes on a bus, commutes in a car, and you would rather and you can't watch our show, head to Spotify. I'll chuck it in the chat. All right. Head to Spotify, search Market Mates, and click follow. Give us a 5-star review because we've been doing this publicly for 3 years already on other social medias. If you are listening on Spotify, and yeah, guys, go click follow because then you can listen back on your own time. Craig is going to look into whether we can put the video up as well. But for now, it'll just be audio, which works for a lot of people as well. It just gives it just gives other people opportunities to tap in rather than having to keep YouTube. I mean, YouTube sucks, right? X is superior because you can have the pop-up. Yeah. YouTube sucks because you have to, unless you have premium, you have to have it open. So this is just another opportunity for people to tune in and get our show every single day. So yeah, guys, if you are new here, we've had a lot of support on today's episode. We've got 25 people on my YouTube channel before and 16 on Craig's. So drop a sub if you're on the channel. It's completely free. We're live every day giving you market analysis, AI news, trends, price action, you name it. We're talking about it. And we very much are an educational focus here on this channel as well. And I'm Greeny Trades, and this is Craig's Coin Purse. I mean, you can literally search both of our names across pretty much every social platform, and you will find us. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, Craig, mate. Have a lovely weekend. What are you up to on this weekend before we close out today?
I think I'm going to chill, bro. I think I'm just going to spend time with the fam, spend time with my son playing video games. He loves doing that. And then just keep trying to build out the brand a little bit while I've got time. So just trying to get video on Spotify is my next boss I got to conquer. And maybe a bit of AI dabbling, bro. I'll start to just do the early stages just so I'm a bit more prepped for when Zeneca jumps on the show. And I've got a few. I guess I want to look at it so then I've got some questions that, you know, are noob questions, but not just me throwing random questions out, you know.
We bring structure to the show, Craig. So I like that approach. I like that.
Yeah. So I'll dabble with it just so I've got some real good questions, and actually just to help me, because I assume there's plenty of other people listening now that are like me that have no clue. So the good news about Zeneca jumping on is I'll be asking questions from a new perspective. Greeny will come in at least intermediate. I'll come in bottom of the barrel, you know, don't know anything. So if you don't know anything, don't be intimidated. I'm going to ask those questions that no one in the room wants to put their hand up and ask. I'll ask. So
love that. Gabe keeps on your Facebook, Craig. How good's that? Love Gabe.
Yeah, yes, too.
That's so fun. Gabe, can you go follow Greeny Trades on Facebook too and be my 23rd follower on Facebook? Thank you. Appreciate you.
It's a nightmare out there, bro.
Oh, dude, Facebook is hard, bro. Facebook is hard. Anyways, guys, have a lovely weekend. We're live every day. Market Mates. You can search us across Twitter. You can search us now on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and tune in to our shows. Craig will get that up later today. Guys, have a lovely weekend. Craig, have a lovely weekend. And we'll be back again Sunday night, 6 p.m. for our American / European viewers. It's a little bit later for you. Or obviously 9 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time on Monday. Talk to you next week, mate.